Yeah,
or
like
picking
literally
it up,
talking
as
about
the
it.
case
Yeah.
may be.
True.
We've been live for 10 seconds, so congratulations.
Shooting the poop.
Hooray!
You're welcome. Future archivists of YouTube, upon whom the
Upon whom the misfortune of this video is cast.
yeah, essentially.
We're sorry we cursed you.
We're not sorry. However,
I'm being offered screen pizza. Oh, hi, Egg. Oh, Jesus.
We are definitely
Snuck right up on me.
I see that screen pizza. I love that screen pizza.
We're definitely.
Now I want pizza, and I just had dinner, and I still want pizza.
I know, I just ate tacos, but I'm like, what if pizza, though?
Okay.
You know what would go great with this pizza? Some pizza.
You right.
Historically, those food groups do complement each other.
The
Oh,
college
great.
essentials.
Pizza and more pizza?
Yes.
Ramen.
Karina,
True.
you are absolutely killing it with the bear pictures.
Thanks, I thought that one was really cute.
It's very cute.
Nom.
There's like a really, not gonna lie, there's a slightly ugly phase for black bear cubs, and I have not posted any of those.
It can't possibly be worse than sun bears.
Fair enough.
Also, quite unfortunately, Sarah will not be joining us tonight. She's not feeling well. So
Aw.
she reached out to me earlier. We should not be expecting her. She did say she might pop into the call and hang out, but to not expect her in a playing capacity.
Okay. I unfortunately also need to poop fetch because Eggnog is trying to stink me out of this room, so I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
By the way, YouTube, we are definitely all professionals in something. Definitely not this, but something.
We're capable adult humans.
Who play D&D? It's fine.
With functioning lives.
No, I would take this opportunity
That
to
is a
reiterate.
little far.
Yeah, that is a stretch. I would take this opportunity to reiterate that this is real life D&D. That we're not playing it up for the stream. We're just live streaming this vacation for this group.
No, we're
because it's
just
been
this
hilarious.
terrible all the time, alright? Like, we ain't playing this up for anybody. This is how we is. Like,
We woke up like this.
yeah. For better or for worse.
Because I don't normally
Yeah.
drink during live streams, but you know it's real life D&D when I have a drink.
That bourbon do.
But speaking of functioning lives, I finally, after 2 months later, have a functioning restroom in my house.
Yeah.
No,
So I'll
having to fetch the
celebrate.
poop. That's so great.
I mean, to be fair, I only had like 4 days without a toilet, and they were not all consecutive, but the shower and the sink was like 2.5 months. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's rough.
That's hard. That's like our power went out for those 2 weeks, whenever it was, like last year, was it?
Mhm.
Gosh,
Last
and
winter? Yeah.
yeah, and I was like I can function without power, but like not having running water would be the worst. Like I would
Oh.
rather not have power than not
Yeah.
have running water.
When we've been without running water, I basically traditionally would go live at my brother's house because he had a shower.
Yeah, it's miserable. It was a miserable
Yeah.
life.
So we do have a shower at my office, and that is the only reason I
Oh,
did
that's
not move in with my parents.
That is
That's
helpful.
helpful.
Well, as soon as our top of the Discord person returns, we'll do our very brief introductions, and then we'll play a game that we like to call What Were Callan and Fanan Up To?
I mean,
Fanan, can I get
that's-
the acrobatics and constitution check, please?
Oh?
Right off the bat.
What the hell do you think I've been up to?
So when we last left our hero, he was at a resort with his girlfriend.
Yep.
Acrobatics.
Now he
Okay.
laughs. Oh yeah, you're right though. I did carry her drunk ass.
Took you a long minute.
Now that acrobatics.
An excellent performance. Not very lengthy though.
Hey,
We got a
1
flat
minute in
band
heaven
there.
is better than no minutes in heaven.
Also, Fanan, you are incredibly quiet on the mic. Ooh, that's
Maybe
way
I'm
better.
just not. Okay, maybe I'm just not. We'll try to reposition Mike so that it is at a better speaking angle. There, should be good.
I'm looking back at my notes, and Sarah's not here to ask her what was a tradition in the Centaur tribe.
Stacking plates on people's faces.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Mhm.
As you said that, I remembered. Yeah.
Whenever they pass out.
Yeah, the quote is, "It's a ritual by my tribe," and then my addendum was, "As is tradition in the Centaur tribe." I should add the addendum to my addendum: stacking plates upon one's friends when they are statues.
Stacking plates in general, I believe. Anyway, yes, I'm back. I've lit a candle. We are recovering.
The road to recovery is slow, but we will fight. We're doing introductions real fast, and then we are going to play the game we like to call What Were Callan and Fanan Up To?
Hell yeah.
We have already caused Fanan to roll an acrobatics and constitution check. You can check those out in the chat channel,
Flawless.
and then use your imagination from there. But yeah, if you want to just say who you are, what character you're playing, in the order you appear in the Discord for anyone listening in. Amy, it's always you first.
I know, sometimes, Alex is here. Anyway, hello, I'm Amy. I am playing Rowan.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm playing Cowan.
I am Dallas. I am playing everyone who is not on this list.
I am Kevin. I am playing Fanan.
Casey playing Parrot.
Karina playing Sasha Lightfoot.
Renee playing Yelena.
Now, Callan and Fanan, we are going to get to a proper recap of what happened from everyone, but I am curious. It was assumed that you both slightly overslept, but after that, were there any particular adventures in the inn? Everyone else kind of left in a relative hurry, so you'd have the place to yourselves if you wanted to wander downstairs and see what's going on.
Remember the last time you guys adventured together? Arthur happened. That's all I have to say.
That was so long ago.
That was season
that
1,
was-
I think.
That
Yeah.
was
Over
early
a year
season
ago
one.
in real time.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh
was-
no, Arthur's twin brother Barthur appeared. Fight over
Don't
Callan.
say this idea.
No, actually, Arthur has
Arthur's
a twin sister. Her
yeah.
name is Veronica, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember the name, but
It might
I
have
was
been
like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no, there's a twin sister. You guys don't even know. You just thought Arthur was bad.
Hmm.
Just kidding. Arthur's the worst one. She's the better half. Let's be honest.
So let's see a initiative check out of Callan and Fanan to see who did end up waking up first.
Here we go.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
I believe you, and I believe in you.
2 true statements.
I'd say Fanan.
So Fanan, you wake up early, and Amelia is still unconscious in the bed. You don't expect to see her before noon after that night of drinking.
Oh man, I don't feel like P Diddy at all.
Was that a bard where you come from, Fanan?
Yes.
I am completely
Very-
missing that reference, but I assume
very
it was
cold.
good.
It's
Wake up in the morning like P. Diddy, and then we get copyright. race truck if we continue.
Classiest of lyrics.
Mhm.
Yeah. Kind of take stock of everything. Yeah, I clearly didn't have as much to drink last night as she did. I am losing my touch.
You're only missing one sock.
Hmm.
The left one.
Odd. Would have expected more.
She is holding it very tightly in her hands, snuggling it like a teddy bear.
Deja vu.
Well, fine. If she's so insistent on keeping it, I'll just take one of hers.
That is the right choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it fits.
Yeah.
It's a little
They're
taller than
surprisingly-
yours, made out of a slightly sheerer material.
They're surprisingly comparable in size.
Yeah, I was gonna say they've worn the same clothes.
They've worn the same
for-
boots.
We're roughly the same size.
Didn't we make a joke before about that as well? Like, isn't that an ongoing like
trading clothes?
Yeah.
She had a pair of my underwear.
This is true.
Yeah. So, after, I guess, gathering my effects, I do want to make sure that she's comfortable.
Roll a comfort check. In this case, it's going to be a sleight of hand.
I was gonna say, is that insight?
Like,
Do you
you're
get
gonna have to
advantage
be a
because it's your
little more-
girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
You're
Hey,
able
Hannah,
to,
you don't actually wake
tuck
her up
the
and-
pillow, pull up the
Yeah.
blanket.
Yeah, it's cold. Make sure she doesn't get too cold. Doesn't
Yes.
get too chilled. Ease into that. What's probably going to be a hangover. How am I doing, by the way?
Well, with that kind of constitution save. No, you're actually surprisingly fine. Next to the blight, what is alcohol?
Yeah.
You did also drink a lot while you had the blight, so like, you know. True.
All right.
That checks out.
Blight overs are worse than
Yeah.
hangovers.
Okay.
Blight
Cool.
overs.
Have done this before. I didn't drink a whole lot.
No.
Last.
Now, you kept it respectable last night.
I kept it respectable. I don't
You
plan
are
to keep it that way
getting strong suggestions of coffee and pastry from downstairs
That
through your
sounds
nostrils.
absolutely delectable.
Also bacon and sausage, if I recall correctly.
Yes, there was
And
bacon sauce.
potatoes.
Yes,
There were
mashed
also potatoes.
specifically. I don't know how you can smell the mashed part, but you can, and it's actually a thing.
Awesome. So I'm gonna make it outside the room on the landing. I'll shut the door behind me and see if anybody else is like up and about upstairs.
You don't see anyone else up and about upstairs. The only people you see is in the common sleeping area down here.
Mm-hmm.
You see
yeah.
the bean dwarves.
Okay. Are they
Do you
awake?
see them, or just
They
the cubs?
are
Like,
the opposite of awake.
Okay.
Like, awake to asleep is a spectrum, but take what in your mind is fully awake and alert, and find the polar
Other
opposite.
end. Okay, other end of the
Oh,
spectrum.
okay.
Sleep farting.
Sleep
Basically,
farting. Yes,
it's-
that is the correct other end of the spectrum.
And appropriate, given the Bean Dwarves' history.
I didn't notice this staircase. I was probably a little preoccupied the previous evening. This staircase.
There
any
is a
indication
third
as to
floor.
where- yeah. Any indication as to where that goes?
There is a sign hung over it that used to say, authorized personnel only, but that has been scratched out. And underneath of it has been written in a very fine, professional, flowing script. All are welcome.
I can't stop.
That is
That's
Christian.
Andrew.
That sign can't stop me because I agree with it.
Do you follow the
Just run
sign?
it. I'm gonna run and take a quick peek up the stairs just to see what's up there
Oh,
because
are ya?
Banan is by nature a curious person,
A thief.
but I think his stomach will ultimately win out here. But just a quick peek upstairs, get to the top of the landing, look around, and probably come back down. That's
Roll for
Okay.
initiative.
Roll stealth.
Because
Okay.
everything is always that easy.
Yep.
25.
A 25? Well, that's an excellent start. Let me go ahead and get on this handy dandy reveal tool so you can see what the people on the stream can already see.
Yeah.
So the stairs come up
Gotta
here.
zoom up here and zoom up here and okay, so they kind of get to that top of this landing.
And there are 7 rooms.
Not that I'm immediately considering doing anything too nefarious up here, but in manner of, effect, any idea of like if anybody's staying up here actively?
This is very clearly where the owners of the tavern live.
Oh, okay. These are proprietor quarters.
Yes. In fact,
Okay.
each of them has a nameplate on the door.
Interesting. Okay, time for breakfast.
Enough snooping around. I'm hungry.
You're not gonna snoop further? Shame.
Oh, maybe later.
Sitrek is disappointed in you.
Hold that thought though, Fanan. Callan,
Sure.
this is about when you wake up.
Okay.
What does Callan's morning look like? Because other than Spider, you don't have someone else in your room with you. You hope.
Yeah.
That you know of.
Callan
It's Deadeye,
is
it's
the-
fine.
Oh gosh.
Just standing next to the door, smoking, watching
be
you
worse.
sleep.
Honestly.
Because
Yeah.
Deadeye doesn't sleep. What's he gonna do?
Right, he doesn't. He's just
Creeping.
there's nothing
Yeah,
else
I'm-
to do but be creepy.
I mean, there's
Edward
always a
Cullen.
good chance that it would be Arthur, so.
I mean, you didn't mention it until now, but also I imagine that Deadeye smokes cigarettes, because why not? He doesn't have lungs to destroy.
That's
I just
true.
assumed it's like a Western trope, isn't it, that
It
they
is.
smoke? So I just
Yeah.
assumed that he was also a smoker.
Alright, so just getting up, stretching, trying to wake up. Yeah, it takes a while. He will kind of slowly make his way down to the where we get coffee and
The common
things.
room?
He's-
Well, that's
Yes.
all well and good, but as soon as you step outside, you are greeted by a small cat that looks mischievous.
I was that different guy.
Okay, Karina.
Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
Callan just sees a cat there, and very surprisingly, he backs off his foot. He's just about to step on it, but backs off and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
That's alright.
What? You might get stepped on.
I've been stepped on many times before.
Do you enjoy it?"
No. But I always scratch them back.
I prefer not to be scratched, so maybe in the future, would you mind helping me not step on you?
I needed to talk to you.
We talk over coffee.
Fine.
I agree
Cat
with that.
eats downstairs.
I agree with that pronouncement. That is also the right choice.
Callan, give me a perception check while you're going downstairs.
Can we do one thing at a time? It is either move downstairs or do a perception check.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Please give me a perception check while in story your character is moving down the stairs.
Wow, that's great.
It's definitely morning.
It's
Feels
early
on
in the
brand.
morning.
Yeah, he hasn't had his coffee yet.
When the dice follows the narrative.
Always helpful when the dice follows the narrative. As you come downstairs, you see Deadeye sitting at the table, stroking the cat. There is what looks to have been the starting but not ending of a food fight smattered around. And there is hot coffee. Deadeye holds you up a cup. Mug. What am I?
Thank you. Much obliged to you.
It is my pleasure. You slept in rather late. You are looking quite beautiful.
Thank you. And Callan takes that first sip of coffee.
Deadeye making beauty sleep puns that nobody appreciates.
Callan takes everything at face value. Callan got called pretty by someone that has nothing to gain from that pronouncement. Therefore, thank you.
Therefore, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. The cat is sitting on the edge of the table. It has brought you a pastry.
Thank you. Now, yes. What is it you were wanting to discuss? And then he takes a bite of the pastry and listens to the cat.
The pastry is strawberry.
Lovely.
The cat leans in conspiratorially and whispers. Now, this is a very delicate matter, and I need your discretion above all else.
Would you like to go somewhere else?
I tried to accost you outside of your room, but you insisted on discussing here. So here we are.
Okay. I just tried coffee elsewhere. We can go to the inn. I think I heard the book I was reading.
It'll be fine. Just listen. Now, my good friend, Jaffe, is going to try to leave tonight, to run away. But that is the wrong answer. She needs to face her problems, and I think that you are the dragon to help her do it.
Callan gets this very confused look on his face because he doesn't feel like he is the person to do this.
Who am I going to ask?
Are you sure?
The bear?
Right, well, she does have a way of talking with people.
No, the cat meant Peter. In which case, I think we can all agree that is the correct choice.
Yes.
Also, that's racist, cat. You just just call him bear. Just kidding.
Right. All right.
No, certainly you've heard about these filthy wedding plans.
Yes. For whom?
Callan sounds very sure of himself.
I was gonna say, Dallas, it's been 2 weeks. Give her a break.
I mean,
You know for whom the wedding bells toll.
I do.
They
But
toll
wasn't
for
there?
me.
Hold on, I thought there were two.
Right, so there was potentially Callan and Arthur, and then there was Joffrey and Torsten? What's his
Torsten.
name?
Yeah.
Yep.
Torsten, yeah, the small
The giant.
who is
And
working
in meta, Jeffrey is the one that the cat is worried about trying to run away.
on. The
Okay.
Freya.
All right.
I mean Jeffrey.
It is, yes. You know. Everyone knows.
It's my favorite, okay?
Why would Joffrey want to run away?
Well, clearly she doesn't want to marry Torsten. It's an arranged marriage. Who would want that?
Mm,
I think literally no one. No, I don't suppose that would be a pleasant experience. It's
Anyways,
not like,
I
yeah.
think we can convince her to stay, and I think that your group has the skill set to crash a wedding.
And how do you propose we do this?
It curls back and speaks in its normal tone of voice. Oh, I assume you can manage the details. It hops off the table.
Sound incredibly confident in our skills. I wish I did too.
I know one of you is aligned with a chaos deity.
who is
Not
has
wrong.
good behavior at weddings? Okay.
We do actually have proof that Oswald is great at weddings. Invite him to your wedding.
Right.
Whenever a
Right.
cleric of order invites a god of chaos, he's on his best behavior. What are you talking about?
It's per
Uh-huh.
party. He does not have to blow things up.
Yeah.
Anyway, the cat scurries off just as Fanan is coming down the stairs. Speaking of chaos.
Don't know if it's a compliment to be told that your group has the skill set to crash a wedding.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know either.
Fanan, you pass a cat that's looking judgily at you as it goes up the stairs.
How is that?
I look judgily back.
It sniffs passively and then rolls its eyes.
Very mature cat.
Odd. I'll make the landing of the stairs and look for Deadeye.
Deadeye is already holding a mug of coffee.
He takes a sip of it. Just kidding. Southern gentleman would never.
If it's clearly meant for me,
No, like
will.
in his left hand, he is holding a mug aggressively, like fingers through the handle, cupping it. But in his right hand, pinky extended, he has the handle of one mug that he is offering.
Sometimes you offer those from the bottom as well. You like hold it so that they can take the handle.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I won't get in the way if he's trying to double fist it, but
Hey, he was on a bender last night too, so like.
After the morning he's had, he needs more coffee.
Yeah. But I will go ahead and take that mug and say, oh, thank you.
It is my pleasure. How was your night?
It was, well, not to put too fine a point on it, but it was pretty good.
That point does not sound fine at all. In fact, that is incredibly vague.
You'll understand when you're older.
I'm appreciating this interaction because I don't know that they've interacted a lot, and it brings me joy. Now you listen here, Sonny.
My father did warn me about your joking nature.
Oh, I would not.
Yeah, that sounds like something he would have to.
Do you yet know my father?
Don't think so.
The most serious man I ever met. No jokes, no smiles.
Sounds like kind of a bore.
No, I assure you, he was human.
Homophones.
Get out, Dallas.
I enjoyed it.
Actually, I very much appreciate
Casey appreciates my humor.
it. I appreciated it.
Yes. I don't know. Maybe I should never take the time to make the acquaintance of your father.
Squint.
Kind of roll my eyes and give him a wink.
I feel like no, I'm not gonna dig for that joke. Never mind. Carry on. I thought about it. It's too much. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dex save. Help me.
Number to beat's 27.
I made a 20.
You get slapped heartily on the back, spilling hot coffee down your shirt.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's a good
Top of the morning to ya!
A good morrow to you too.
He says, burns down his cheeks and like.
Sounds grumpy.
Oh, looks like you need a refill there. Let me get you a whole pot.
Much
The
obliged.
Asgardian that has come up behind you
Yes.
is wearing partial armor and a rather impressive collection of furs about his person.
Interesting. Like what kinds of pelts? Just
roll
large game,
nature.
small game. Okay. I never roll that. I don't think I've ever rolled nature for
I've
anything
never made a
ever.
nature check in my life.
I'm just curious. And it's a 6.
Ah, yes.
Yes, the
pelts?
fur pelts.
The ones that are fuzzy.
Yeah.
Furry.
know.
Yeah.
The ones with fur. The
Yeah.
boots with the fur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A picture of this fellow is arriving by the Frost chat.
Okay. Yeah.
As he pulls up a chair and, sits backwards in it, leaning on the top.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That checks out.
Pours you a cup of coffee and pulls up his own mug of mead.
Getting
So what
an early start,
adventures do you have planned for you today?
Well, and I kind of look over at Deadeye and Callan. I think it would be first prudent to see where our compatriots have gotten to, because they seem to have gotten an early start ahead of us.
Oh, they went to bother the giants at the hot spring.
Ooh, hot springs does sound nice.
Ooh.
I quite agree.
Well, get you some breakfast in you. I'll give you directions.
I'd appreciate it.
Perfect.
Do you have
I-
role-playing you wish to do over breakfast, or would you like to skip forward to the hot springs?
I will definitely grab some breakfast and, look for any signs of the... I mean, you said that there were signs of, the beginnings of a food fight.
Yes.
Any idea how much we had to do with that or not?
Give me a survival check for tracking. Piecing the fight together,
All sorts of checks that I never have to do. That's an 11.
Oh, you have a
It
+1.
appears that the fight was started by someone attempting to clobber someone else with sausages.
It's clobbering time, indeed.
And then it almost escalated but ended when a spoonful of mashed potatoes was consumed instead of flung across the table.
Ah, yes. That definitely sounds like my companions.
Yeah. I blame Patrick.
As you should.
Don't think any of us are gonna argue on that one.
It's not that he's wrong, it's just that he's impolite.
In any case, I think we'll just proceed with breakfast pretty uneventfully. But yeah, that would be the next item on the agenda, is meet up with everybody else over at the hot springs.
Meanwhile, back at the farm. Harith, Rowan, Sasha, Elena.
Yes.
Anything particular all of you are up to besides, arts and crafts?
I mean, yeah, eventually Sasha will look down at what she's been making, look real self-conscious about it, and stuff it in her pack, and then, because I feel like the way that the giant was talking, for those that were not here last week, the giant was talking about the wood carving and how, you know, you it's more of a wisdom thing where like the wood has something that it wants to be, and so you're helping it be that thing. And I feel like Sasha's really good at that. And then realizes what she's been making and stuffs it in her back. And
Anything
kind of
particular that we should know about?
I mean, I don't know if anyone would necessarily notice. I could send you a picture if you would like me to.
Sure.
I mean, Yelena is right there, and
Snooty.
if Sasha looks uncomfortable, does Sasha look uncomfortable as she's stuffing this in her pack?
Okay, Sasha's not particularly deceptive. It's not so much uncomfortable as it is self-conscious, which I would argue there is a difference between those two.
Okay. Well, it still applies what she's going to do, so that's fine.
Okay, it is like, yeah, it's very like, oh, like she didn't really realize what she was making, and I will throw a picture in.
Okay.
Chat.
And Yelena will put her hand on your shoulder and saying, "Carving the wood without regret. The wood is here. The chisel set. Carving the wood, but not forgetting that we're here for Yori."
So I don't think Yelena will have a reference for what this is as far as what Dallas will know. She's just making one of these. This is, I threw it in our artwork channel. She just has one.
Are they little dice lanterns?
It's like a little lantern, that you would carry. Yeah, like just looks at you. Didn't really think about that she was still like around other people because she was very concentrated on this.
Sure. Right. Yes. I don't think, Yori's going to want this one. What did you make?
She will hold up the carved bunny rabbit that's around her neck, and she'll say, "I tried to make a friend, but it wants to be my friend instead."
Yes,
Roll a charisma saving throw, Yelena.
Okay. Now, Dallas, I do believe that last week we did this, and you told me that the bunny wanted to be
Yes.
Yelena's friend, not Yori's friend.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I recall that
happened.
as well.
Yeah.
23.
Excellent. The bunny is giving you a gift.
Aww.
Is it poop, Dallas?
It is not. That would have been an epic callback, but it is not.
Okay, well, Renee already had to deal with that IRL, so I appreciate you not pulling that one up.
Renee,
Yes.
please roll a D100.
Oh, good.
Wow.
And it's always so surprising when it's below 20.
And this is why Anya is terrified of bunnies.
Manifesting, as if in the front paws of the little rabbit necklace, is a perfectly knit hat.
Aww. Is it bunny rabbit sized or Yelena sized or
It is
Yori
Yelena
sized?
sized with holes for her horns.
I was gonna say I was hoping it would with bunny ears, but actually, the horns would also be bunny ears. Best.
She will take it and put it on, and it fits perfectly. Thank you.
You notice that it is magical.
Oh.
It will keep your body temperature nominal, almost regardless of where you find yourself. It will cool you when it is hot outside, and it will warm you when it is cold outside.
This is amazing. Thank you so much. Do you have a name, little bunny?
The bunny stares at you like a piece of wood should.
Oh.
I would have been concerned if it had answered you, actually.
I shall call you Knot, like the knots in the trees. And you
Oh,
shall be
that
my
makes
knot.
more sense than what I was thinking. I like that name. That is a good name.
Parith, what are you doing?
Perth is making his first attempt at a spoon in the cutlery section.
Ah, yes, but don't carve it out of wood, or else you will send Zahn into PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was being taught how to use metal for the cutlery.
This is correct.
So that is what is happening. And my guess is that the spoon looks something like this.
I love how you did research for this part.
I actually have like 3 or 4 different spoons picked out based on how that D20
Based
roll
on how
went.
you did, yep.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, technically it's like a 13, right? Because you're proficient. That was kind of the whole point.
Well, this is the first
The
spoon.
pre.
Right, the initial spoon.
Yes, this was the learn how to do it. And Parith
baseline
holds
spoon.
it up very proudly and says, I shall learn how to use this to please Oswald.
Oh, Lord.
Kita gives you the enthusiastic smile of a good teacher and says, "That looks lovely."
With like the little throat muscles tightening up.
Just
Hey,
a little.
Hey, function over style, alright, I get it.
Well, and also understanding first attempts. That's a huge teacher thing.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding that someone's best may not look impressive to you.
Well, and failure is how you learn, so.
Mm-hmm. Rowan, what are you doing?
Like all good trainee leather workers, Rowan is making a wallet
Okay. I was gonna say
for all the
gloves or
money that
boots,
she
but
doesn't
sure.
have.
Yeah.
You could.
But
You're
it's a
making a
good
wallet
starter
so when people
project.
ask you for money, you can pull it up and show that it is empty.
It's full of divine grace, so
The aesthetic.
No.
My gift to you is that I'm a god. You're welcome.
consider yourself a blessed.
Blessed.
But yeah, other than that, and then
Are you gonna make a proficiency check on that?
yes. Let me roll. Ooh. 22.
You make an exquisite wallet.
Excellent. She's feeling quite pleased with herself and kind of shyly holds it up to show Berida.
Berida is very pleased. That is excellent. What do you intend on making next?
You know, I really hadn't thought much further than that. I wanted to make sure that I could do it, so I made this little thing. But mostly I just wanted to be able to repair armor, or maybe spice up the armor that we do have.
Pour some oregano on there.
Always oregano.
Paprika.
Or, cilantro.
Garlic.
Get
Always
out.
garlic.
Don't need soapy leathers. Come on now. But yeah.
It is at this moment that Fanan and Callan walk into these lovely hot springs. Peter and Patrick are doing a duet of Country Gnomes Take the Bone.
Put them back where they belong.
Those are bones there.
Don't you know they're
Don't
not
take
your
them.
bones? They're
Leave
my
them alone.
bones.
I take it back. I'd like to make a gag next.
Don't get too kinky with Patrick. He'll go there.
I know, that's the worry.
That's on you. I'm into that.
The entirety of the Monday the Monday morning session.
Oh. Anyways, Callan, Fanan, you come across giants teaching your companions how to do various crafting. And a terrible duet of a parody song.
Okay.
Well, but now, they seem to be having a good time.
Yeah, I could ask for a better soundtrack, but
Isn't performance a
I
charisma
just-
based? Yeah, it's real bad because Peter's at like -3.
Let me see where Peter's at.
Please
Roll for harmonies.
roll for harmonies.
Where did I put those character sheets?
I might be able to. No, we don't want me to roll it. Let
No,
me be
no,
real.
you don't want to.
You don't want me to roll it.
I got it. So I've got.
Peter is very close to Sasha, so
I've got
Does he get
Peter here,
advantage?
I've got Patrick.
I don't think he's singing for Sasha. I
He is
think
not.
he's singing
Okay,
to
so
protect himself from Patrick's singing.
Patrick's performance
LOL!
is not great.
He has a +6. Good grief.
It's the
Peter's
morning.
performance is
Yes.
somehow worse.
Yes.
But
They
it's
don't know the
comparable.
words, they're just making them up.
They are. They're just making it up as they go.
And I mean making up words like Dr. Seuss levels of making up
Yes.
words.
Yeah.
I'm Shub. It's just the Sims singing flabbity doo. But annoying enough that you recognize the melody and you're just like, no, please God, no.
yeah, I could do with somebody change the jukebox. That's not a
You
thing.
throw snowballs to change the jukebox.
Okay.
That's what Rowan did earlier.
To great success.
Great success.
Very nice.
You could start a snowball fight. That would be a thing you could do.
Not right now. I'm more curious about what everybody's making.
We'll go and ask them.
That's where I'm going. I want to go up to Sasha and Yelena first. And see
Trudge
what
through
they're
the
doing.
snow in your silky thigh-high socks.
Yes.
I mean,
One.
do we need another picture from Rowan? From Amy?
Ah,
Single
doing
silky
it.
thigh-high sock.
Yeah, just one, but he's strutting through the snow with it. Like, yeah, that's right. I make this look almost better than Amelia does. Our legs are in fact
Well,
comparable.
it's just like one leg looks like a sexy leg lamp.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And the other leg is like normal Fanan.
Yeah.
Did you also wear one of Amelia? No, you have the boot regalia. So actually, it would be
Yeah.
the boots and then like the little garter up the thigh. You're welcome.
Alright, give me a couple minutes.
Do you have
I
the garter or
woke
is it
up like-
just a sock?
It's just a sock.
Well, all
slowly
of the
dripping down
clothes
his leg.
were in a relatively neat pile on the floor, so he had selections.
Yeah.
All of the clothes, including the ones that she had stuffed down her corset.
Yes. The only clothing still in the bed was the sock that was being cuddled.
As it should.
You know, I look quite amazing in drag.
Amelia would know.
You and I remember Budapest very differently.
The nature of the mission.
Oh no, now I'm just picturing his crew as like the dudes in Mulan when
Yes! The whole crew!
and Amelia is Mulan and he's
The
like,
Minotaur!
yes, this is how you do this.
Yes.
Let's get down to business. to cross-dress for the Huns.
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh.
Singapore was a fun time.
Anyways, Fanan, I believe you were talking to Sasha.
Yes.
Probably has stuffed and had that conversation, and probably looked like she was about to get up, but that was probably about how that, timing was, so.
But yeah, I was just, he'll probably walk up and give a wave and say, "So this is where you've been all morning. What are you working on?"
Oh, Karina can't remember his name. This is not Bone Chiller. This is
Ivan.
Ivan.
That's right, Ivan. Sorry. I did not write down NPC
And
names.
I don't think anyone has actually unlocked his title yet, but it is Ivan the Gentle instead of Ivan the Gentle.
You did actually say Ivan the Gentle, because Perith, I believe, introduced himself. Or someone else introduced him or something like that.
Ivan, we asked, Yori was wanting a friend. We're woodcraft. We're wood carving.
Do you also wish to learn the way of the wood, bringing out the true expressions?
Maybe. I'll give you a solid maybe. We haven't met.
I'm Ivan.
Well met, Ivan. Fanan.
Extends very large hand.
Shakes it to the best of my ability.
Excellent.
Sasha will go to hand the knife that Ivan passed to her back to him.
No. Keep it, I have many more.
Are you sure? I don't have anything to give you in return.
That is quite all right. You have given me the joy of your company and the knowledge that my skill will be passed on.
Oh, I suppose that is kind of nice, isn't it? Well, thank you, for sharing. You are a very good teacher.
Thank you for listening. You are an excellent student.
Sasha, who realizes she's not very smart, the ears don't quite go back, but she kind of nods, goes to sort of duck as if she can't quite take that compliment, but she'll nod and say,
Thank you.
Yelena made a bunny, and she'll point it out to Fanan.
Yeah.
This is not.
Well, hello, not.
Roll a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Charisma save.
Fanan has introduced himself to Stranger Things.
Roll a D100.
Okay. 43.
The rabbit offers you a gift.
Like I just look down in Yelena's palm and there it is holding something.
Yes, it is holding a fishing net.
Odd. Interesting. I want to examine the net.
It is
also-
magical. Give me a dex save to make sure you don't tangle yourself in it.
Okay.
He's a mariner, Dallas. That's rude.
Like I should be able to, but also okay,
You're
I
good.
guess-
You're good.
Okay. The crit failed it, like maybe not, but
Get Sasha wrapped up in it.
yeah.
Here, Sasha, hold very still.
Yelena, where did you find this?
She made it. She's very good at this.
No, like the net.
Oh no, that you'd have to ask Not, but Not doesn't answer.
Wait. Like. So the. But you learned wood carving.
Yes.
How did you end up with a net like this? This is
She
actually.
was singing a lot.
It is like Ivan says. It is in the wood, and you just have to go Carving the wood.
Karina was
shows what it wants.
expecting. Karina was expecting a carving the wood like chant, like song that Yelena had been singing this whole time.
Yeah, Renee's brain could not come up with what to sing after carving the wood. Like, without regret, the choice is made, the wood is set. Carving the wood, but not forgetting that we're here for Yori. Carving to wood to make the friend for Yori, who is on just ahead. Carving the wood, and I don't know any more to sing.
She's been doing that the whole time.
Well, I don't know about a friend for Yori, but he's certainly already made a friend of me. I'm kind of curious now, looking around, wondering, is there anything weird about the wood that they're carving?
Anytime Yelena is singing for the next bit, you can assume Patrick is backing her up on the mandolin.
Thank you, Patrick.
Is he also beatboxing?
He might be. No, he's not. He's not. Peter is
Peter is.
beatboxing.
Oh,
With an 11, thank you very much.
You know,
He's got the groove.
Oh, Sasha just
He's got the
absolutely in that moment when there's like a musical that just like bursts up around her, just face pause. It's just like, I can't.
Yelena is grateful that somebody has finally realized that life is a musical.
Thank you, Amy. You're a gem.
Oh, Amy, did you do the thing?
Of course I did, but I lost my pencil, so I had to wing it with a ballpoint pen.
Oh, but that's so cute.
The garter is perfect.
Got a garter up.
Can you also put that in the live stream memes so other people can enjoy it?
Yes, I will share
With
with
or without context.
I mean,
absolutely
without
no context.
Yeah.
No warning, just garter belt.
Like a garter belt on there.
No warning. Only
Yeah, I
garter.
am curious why. I mean, practicality for holding it up on your thigh, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But the garter
like it
belt
has-
is a bold choice.
Where do you think he hides some of his knives?
Now, this time, when he woke up this morning.
Yeah. Always gotta be
You
prepared.
know they gotta go somewhere.
Has to be here somewhere.
I've stored them many places, and let me tell you, like, the garter belt is really just top-notch hiding
Yeah.
spot.
No, like, I get why she wears this thing.
All makes sense now.
He finally understands how she always had a knife at hand. It doesn't ever
Right.
make sense.
It's like always armed and at the ready, and I get it.
Oh,
Undergarments are more permissive.
There's a reason why you wear undergarments. For the knives.
Always
That's
the
the
knives.
whole reason.
Knives in there.
Don't let Zahn know.
Yeah.
Your
Don't
garter
tell
might
Zahn.
have daggers.
No.
This is a life
Secret alternate universe thought he's on.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my word.
She's not just thirst trapping. It actually has a purpose.
Yeah, no.
Purposeful thirst trap.
Tasteful, useful. Hey,
I said
function
purposeful.
and style.
Um,
Would this be a bad time to remind everyone that I happen to have the Mind Flayer stat block open next to me?
oops.
No. Put that back.
I need that.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
So help me.
Alright. So Fanan has definitely made a friend of the little rabbit figurine.
Yeah.
Got a friend.
The fishing net is magical. Did you want to roll an Arcana check to determine how magical it is?
Yeah, I'll do some inspection, try to intuit exactly what's going on here.
I don't care what words you use, it's still an Arcana check.
That's an Arcana check. That is fine. That's a 13.
That's your best.
It will
untrained
repair
skill.
itself if it happens to tear or rip.
Interesting.
That's very useful for a
Quite
fishing net.
Quite useful in a fishing net. This is a wondrous little item. Thank you, not.
not stares back at you with all the evocative expression of a freshly fallen snow.
Something creepy about that. I don't know. Anyway, so I've also heard about, and just kind of directing this more broadly, perhaps more so to Ivan actually, that there are some wonderful hot springs around. And
Ivan inclines head to north.
Excellent. I think
If you round the corner, I'll give you a description.
I threw
think
Zon
I
in.
will.
It's clothing
Oh.
optional, by the way.
Oh,
Current dress code is helmets and nothing else.
Helmets or bust?
I have a hat.
Fanan,
And a
I have a hat.
He is ready for this dress code.
Yes, no, Zon kept the helmet on.
No, I believe the way I explained it last week was based on Bone Chiller's attire, clothing is optional.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, in that case, I will inspect up around the corner and like holler to alert my presence.
I think we left Zon floating more or less unconsciously because Zon
For like
kinda
4
got
hours
hurt.
or something?
But-
Yeah.
Yep.
Bone Chiller nods at you though. He is sinking slowly deeper and deeper into the hot water as he relaxes.
That looks positively wonderful. Note Zon's unconscious form and just ask, "She gonna be good?"
Bone Chiller nods slowly, but it's too comfy for words.
Ah,
Yes.
got it. That does look good.
But I just put this garter on.
Do you know how hard it is to fasten garters?
Yourself?
Especially when you're only wearing them on one side.
Don't worry, Emilio's got spares.
Later, I want to check out what everyone else is doing.
Hold that thought. Callan, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, Alan was going to kind of do similar things to Fanan, finding out what everyone was up to, seeing what crafts they were making. So he's doing that, and I guess. So the frost giants, they're local, yes?
The frost giants are what?
Local?
Yes.
Okay. So
No, the frost giants live here. Everyone else is, is a traveler and a vagabond.
Ah, okay.
Or both.
Okay. So. Oh wait. Do frost giants speak common?
Yes.
They do. Okay, good. Okay. So, Ivan, what kind of events do y'all have around?
Events? Well, you've got the fighting ring, but that's never truly been my cup of tea, as it were. That's very much more Scorvin's department. We hold a crafting fair once a year, but that's not for another Check's watch. 6 months.
Ah. Cool.
Mostly we just hang around here, enjoying the hot springs, hunting in the woods. We built an inn once and didn't get paid for it. That was a rubbish business.
Ah. Yeah. Very good. Very good. It sounds like a charming village.
You could say it's a little town.
Unable to help herself, I feel like Sasha goes, Is it a quiet village?
Does the frost giant respond to that?
No.
I was expecting Elena to respond.
I was accidentally muted and I missed the
Aw.
good opening for it.
Oh, you
But-
can respond now. It's
Yeah, we
fine.
would totally still take this
We
musical
would.
number.
We would.
Pause for musical number.
It's a quiet village. Every day, like the one before. Little town full of giant people waking up to say, let's craft, let's craft, let's craft.
Have you
There
all
goes
seen?
the Asgardian with his coffee like always.
Have you all seen
Freya
the
with her
comic
cat
of
episode?
Belle and her father? Or Belle's like, "Do you think I'm weird, father?" And she's like, "Why would you say that?"
Oh, yes.
The
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
village just sang a song about it.
Oh, yeah, I was saying that earlier. It
Oh,
was
I remember her
strange.
saying that earlier.
Anyways,
Gosh. That was so cool. Alright,
no, nothing really terribly exciting happens here. It's not like any monsters attack or anything. And if they did, I'm sure it would be centered around the inn, not out here in the hot springs.
Yes. Yes. Well, what did I hear about a wedding? A soon-to-be...
Oh, Torskin.
Oh. What about it?
Well, so you understand that they did not pay us to build the inn, despite utilizing our craftsmanship.
Yes, I do understand. There was quite a bit of unfair treatment there.
Well, Torskin got his eyes crossed and his heart skipped for that young, cat-loving female, and, well, they agreed to give her in marriage if he finished the job, and so he is practically prostituting himself and skimming over the fact that they shortchanged us and bringing disgrace to the whole clan, really.
Tell us how you really feel.
So who gave her away?
What was the question?
Who gave her away?
Her father, of course.
Was it the cats?
No, it was not the cats.
Okay.
Harl Alfetz, the patriarch of the entire family.
It was not her decision, is it?
I do not know if she was consulted.
So are weddings in your village arranged?
No, we never arrange our marriages. If two giants are going to, commit to each other for forever, that's their business.
I see the wedding in your village. I know nothing about your traditions, your holidays, your feast, and I was thinking your wedding might be a good time a good place to start with that.
Say that again, Callan. You were a little soft.
Kind of goes, I realize I know next to nothing about your traditions, your festivals, your ways of celebrating, and your rituals here. So I figured a wedding would be a good place to start learning.
We don't typically have weddings. As you can see, we all kind of just live in a community.
Ah, that is true, too. But, yeah, okay. In other villages I've been to, they typically hold a feast.
Now, we do love a good feast.
Ah, yeah.
And I mean, if young Torskin is going to get married, I suppose we're obligated to show up and bring the beer and, go get some venison or what have you. Maybe hunt a giant spider or two.
So I take it with all that has happened, and the neglect to pay properly, that you would rather not show up at the wedding. You're quite against it, actually.
I mean, while I am formally against it, I will, along with the other giants, show up and have a proper party to start his new life off right. If that's what the young couple wants, that's their choice.
Okay. Yeah. Very. I have learned a little bit more. Thank you.
Of course.
And so your craft is woodwork, yes?
Ah, yes. Would you like to learn how to coax wood into the form it desires?
No, my experience is in metal and artillery. I think yes. I would like to learn.
Ivan leans down very close. Do you know how to make fireworks?
Do I know how to make one?
Fireworks?
I could try.
This is something we might pay you for.
Really? Let me see if I can figure out some sort of reliable firework, and then we'll see.
Ivan, what was the payment that was agreed on for the inn?
12,000 platinum pieces. Rowan faints from across the arena.
Yeah, Rowan don't even concept of money. That was all Amy.
And what would you do with that money if you got it?
We would make the finest platinum mural to adorn the head of the hot springs.
Oh.
That is quite lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I always say mural, I mean mosaic.
That's better.
Well, your woodcrafting is so lovely. I'm sure that if you made some kind of archway or something yourself, it would be very nice.
Ah, yes, but it would not glitter with the gold of the gods, you understand.
No, I don't. But I'm sure that's very pretty. And why didn't they pay you?
Do not know. They claim to have sent the money, we never received it.
I'm sure it wasn't intercepted. En
That-
route to you.
That is a lot of money, I think.
Oh, yeah, to be sure it is.
In any case, it never arrived, and they simply call us liars and cheats. So we call them the same.
I see, so you're kind of at a stalemate.
Sometimes I know, places like the inn might have, somewhere they write down, their transactions. I wonder if they actually ever
yes.
did.
They're ledgers. Yes,
And
you're
what
quite
is to
right,
keep
Sasha.
them
They
from
should.
lying in their ledgers?
Well, are they usually
There's-
liars?
I don't know. They lied to us about sending us money.
Well, but what if they did try and send it to you? I mean, I don't think it was very wise to send it. They should have handed it to you personally, but that just makes them stupid, not liars.
She does have a point.
Does
She
she?
does also get really big wide eyes and go,
I'm sorry, it's not really any of my business.
It's none of my business.
It counts.
Well,
So no,
if you would
Sasha.
check their ledgers through some method, and their ledgers said that the payment was sent, we could consider other options and
Well,
potentially
question.
track it down.
Question. Yelena raises her hand.
Yes.
Where was it supposed to be sent from? The inn or somewhere else?
The inn.
And is there anybody else in the area besides you guys and them?
I mean, there's the village population.
Because I was just wondering, if it does say they sent it, then where did it go and who stole it?
And why couldn't they just pay you that money anyway? It seems like the resort does very well.
I do not know.
Hmm.
No, there has been some talk, of course, of going and taking it by force, but that's a ridiculous thing that only the most depraved of us have suggested.
Yeah, that does seem like it would be a lot of effort, especially if they're feeding you occasionally.
I mean, we pay for our meals.
Well, that's silly.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you would think that they would take out that from what they owe you.
They do not claim to owe us anything.
That's true.
Maybe,
And they already sent their payment.
maybe we should have a conversation with them and cast a zone of truth.
I think your
What's
name is
that?
something.
So it is where there is magic and lightning and everybody has to only say the truth. Well, that or I know if they're lying. Well, I know if they don't have to say the truth.
Oh. That seems... I don't know
You want
why
me
people
to
wouldn't
show you?
just say the truth to begin
I-
with. That seems like a lot of effort.
Because not everybody is like us, Sasha.
Oh, well, that's true. Honor among thieves and all that. Karina remembers.
So maybe we can check this out further when we get back to the end.
I mean, Callan, why are you so interested?
Yeah, I actually. It's another mystery to be solved.
Oh, that does seem like something you would like doing.
I did talk to one of the other giants in the inn. They wanted me to at least check it out, see.
Oh,
So I kind of would like to.
I thought we were just being nosy again.
Again, being the opportunity word.
We've meddled in a lot of things before.
I mean,
Meddlin' meddlers.
Overthrowing a kingdom.
we are the meddling. Well, what do you call us? We're not kids.
Adventurers, I think, is the word.
Journeyman. There we go.
Hmm.
Meddling adventurers.
Sasha does
Yeah.
not like either of those words being applied to her. I don't.
Oh, well, I suppose if someone asked you to look into it, that's different. We are outsiders.
Yeah, we might have to be a bit careful. Maybe we could be okay.
Natalie,
Maybe.
you have to talk into your mic or we can't hear you.
Sorry. Callan just advised, yes, on that reminder that we are outsiders, she said, yes, we are. So we'll have to be careful, but hopefully we can find out something.
Maybe. We at least have a different perspective, and nothing to particularly gain that I know of.
No, not to my knowledge either. So Ivan, how do you do this woodworking?
Oh, he's very good.
Sasha will pass you the carving knife.
Ivan launches into a long-winded explanation about bringing out the true nature of the wood, and we're gonna shift scene back to Fanan. Patrick has seen you.
Dun, dun, dun! It was the garter that drew his eye, let's be
Right,
real.
Yeah.
And has started singing a song in your honor.
Oh dear.
It's
Please
the
continue.
Wellerman. It's always the Wellerman.
Oh. I was hoping he was gonna start singing some Rocky Horror, but I guess that was a false hope.
I will probably kind of give this guy a nod, but I'm going to go and see if I come back down, maybe I catch a snippet of the conversation that was going on here, but I want to see, I guess, who would I see more readily, Perith or Rowan?
Which of those characters has giant flaming wings coming out of their back?
Rowan, so yeah, I guess.
I guess.
So I'll probably head over in her direction and see what is up.
Oh, hi, Fanan. Did you have a good night?
The nosiest of us all.
Yeah.
She can see the garter belt. She knows.
It's yes, it was lovely, Rowan.
Just completely ignoring the garter on his leg.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fine. What are you talking about? Why would it be any different than
yeah,
Yeah.
it was fine, Rowan.
What makes you ask?
Yeah, yeah. No, it's great. And I just kind of want to take a look at, yeah, what are you working on there?
Well, I made a wallet, and it's a pretty good wallet. So now I don't really know what I'm doing next. So now I'm just kind of I'm decorating, trying to put a little phoenix on it.
You know, when you start bedazzling things and then you can't stop.
Yep. No, the wallet is so good. It has.
Something, and she just never stopped.
Yep.
The wallet is so good. It has extra carrying capacity for all the money you don't have.
Oh, fantastic! I can fit my hopes and dreams in it.
There's enough room for all of them in there.
That's enough room for all of them, for the entire party.
Oh, sure. Just drop them right in, and she holds it open.
You feel pantomime just taking something out of his head and putting it right in that wallet.
In the care of the phoenix.
Roll an intelligence saving throw.
Hey.
And Mirage heard your wish and answered it.
That is an 8.
Oh my gosh!
When you go to pull your hopes and dreams out of your head,
Oh no. Oh no.
roll an intelligence saving throw. Not intelligence saving throw. A D100. You already rolled an intelligence.
I rolled the intelligence save.
It was
Roll a
bad. We all
D100.
saw it.
It was an 8. That's a 41.
It's a 41. This is a longer list. It takes me a minute to scroll.
He's not gonna turn into a baby again, is he?
Don't turn me into a
Can't deal with garter belt baby.
Garter belt baby is too much.
baby. Fall off.
It's just a little headband. Got about baby.
You pull out a book.
What?
From his
Where
head?
were you keeping that?
From your head.
Don't.
It doesn't fit in the wallet. Sad day.
This is a weird place.
I like how that's your conclusion. This place is weird.
It's
weird.
This is a weird place. I got a fishing net from a bunny that Yelena carved out of wood.
Those would make good leggings, though. Let's be real.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I like to imagine that you like
Repairing
threw it
tears?
over yourself.
Oh yeah.
turn
Yeah.
You're
out
a man of
fishing
many
net
gifts, yes.
into fishnets.
What?
You're welcome.
What's the book, Finan?
The book is, I don't know. Let's
My
open
hopes
it
and
up.
dreams.
Clearly, hopes and dreams.
I was my hopes and dreams, and I meant to.
He opens
Do
it.
you,
It's
do you
blank.
look at the
Joke.
cover of the book?
Yes. What?
So, in by the frost, I am putting an image of the symbol on the front of the book.
Oh, God.
this shit again.
Oh, fun!
God damn
Oh,
it.
and here I was hoping it was a Sailor Moon tiara.
Just don't let the book see that book.
Fanan and Rowan, both of you looking at this book, I need you to make another intelligence saving throw.
Oh damn.
Alright.
And everything. Okay, well, that one's better.
What is
Fanan, you
my
can't be driven mad if you're already mad.
18.
18. Rowan, you are also saved from the damage.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, deal with that later.
If you look
Well, I
in the
don't want to
book,
be
it's
responsible
written
for
in an
that.
alien language you do not recognize, though it's irritatingly similar to Elvish.
Damn. Can almost read it.
I can't read it at
It's
all.
like Elvish is Spanish, and this is written in Italian.
Oh, there's like some cognates here, but this is weird.
Well, that word totally looks like, but I'm sure it doesn't mean.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is either like a recipe for soup or like a prophecy of disaster.
How
Your hopes and dreams are made of soup?
Could be both.
to kill a lich.
Don't know. Anyway, don't want to deal with that right now. Anyway, at the expense of the joke that I was trying to make, that's a lovely wallet. I guess what all can be made here?
Well,
Kind of directing that more towards the frost giant behind you.
Whatever you want to learn to make. We've got people that specialize in all the crafts.
But if you want to be crafty, you're going to have to go back to the Asgardians.
Yeah. By the way, what happened to Zahn? Was she like trying to learn how to make rope or something?
no, I think she was trying to learn how to relax.
She fought in the arena.
She'll try to like flop up and take a peek at her. It seems like she's doing great.
I forgot that they actually were at the arena fight.
She seemed pretty out of it for someone who's been up early in the morning.
Well, she did try to fight the giant with not many other people because the rest of us were not super interested, so she's pretty beat and she seems like she's having a great time in there, and she's floating face up, so we're good.
Yeah. No, that fits. That fits. That absolutely fits. Yeah. Starting fights. Yep. Sounds all right.
He was armed.
He was armed.
He was
He
armed.
started it.
He was also twice as big as any of these giants that we're looking at right now.
Yep.
This is big boy. Big axe.
Big,
2 of them.
Yep. Well, I guess I'm kind of wondering what the plan is. Are we all finished up here, or are we gonna stay and spend the day in the hot spring? I know I could certainly go for that. Or are we headed back to the lodge? We gonna try and do something else? It's our vacation.
True. I mean, I feel like it would be a pretty bad thing if we came all the way out to the hot spring and then only Zahn actually got in the hot spring. But maybe that's just me. You know, I like to be hot. I said what I said.
It was very innocent, and I appreciated it, but that didn't make it any less funny.
All right. Well, try not to boil us all out.
I will keep my wings out of the water. Thank you very much.
Well, with that, I'm gonna go try and rustle up Parith.
Whoa. Parith, what are you up to?
Parith is just finishing up a nice little prayer, because he decided that he liked the gift giving last year, of which all we had to do was help spread Oswald's name, and so he is going to use this new gift to create gifts. And so he's trying to bless the spoon, and he will rise up and from his prayer and say, "Oh, good, Fanan, you're here. Look,
Roll,
I made you a..."
First, roll a religion check.
Roll a religion check.
I believe in you, intelligent boy.
A religion check is...
Incoming.
A religion check is overrated for clerics.
14.
Nice.
I agree.
Oswald accepts your prayer. What were you saying about Fanan?
Coming up the hill.
He's offering the spoon to Fanan. Says, "I have made you this gift. It will help you spread Oswald's will."
And he's holding, I presume, that.
Spoon in the lightest sense of the word.
If I had rolled a 1 through a 5, I did have a picture of a non-functional spoon. This is a picture of a functional spoon.
Would've had a
Fanan,
bowl.
do you accept the spoon?
Thank you, Parith. Sure. I'll, like, kind of take it gingerly and... prod it
Roll
so
a
it's no longer-
D100.
Oh, no.
He's.
Oh.
I mean, he's already had to roll an intelligence save on a book, so I understand taking it gingerly.
Prodding it at the snow experimentally.
Ah, yes, well, this holds snow.
23.
Oh,
I
look,
got it.
you've rolled this before. You start falling into the sky. No.
So, the spoon has the corrosive property.
I'm sorry?
It oozes acid. If you hit an enemy with it, it will deal an extra 1d6 acid damage.
What? So he goes down to, like, dip it in the snow, and the snow's just like...
Yes.
It's like fizzles away and be like, I think you've made something pretty interesting here, Parrot.
Please do not prank anybody with that spoon, man. That's just rude.
I mean, at least we know Zahn won't try to steal it.
Well, it's metal, not wooden. Those
Right.
might still
Right,
be on
but
the table.
it's a spoon, not a knife.
No,
Right.
well, our luck, she'll throw it at an enemy. Ah! And just take it from the hand and throw it at
That
someone.
spoon would land.
Yeah, you might have. Actually, in your quest to make a spoon, was it? You may have ended up.
Whoa, the sass is strong with this one.
I mean,
I
We
know
knew
that the
this.
man
That's a
didn't
thing,
mean it
and
that
yes,
way,
I
but
recognized that it would function as a spoon, but like maybe he was going for more of a ladle, and that's what's really not clear here.
Karina knows he didn't mean it that way, but like, it's a spoon. I don't know. It's so poorly made. I can't tell.
It's
Oh,
well, I mean,
it's no bowl,
I've
but
never
you know.
seen you ever try anything like this, Parrot. This is actually rather remarkable.
Yeah, but Barrett being used to finance Johnson stuff will play it back jokingly and say, yes, you use it like this, and makes like the eating motion.
The
I
corrosive.
understand, but
dripping off of it.
I'll pass on it in the event that it doesn't seem like it would agree with me, and I'll like shake out some of the oozing onto the snow around. And if it makes sort of a hissing sound, just kind of demonstrate that it's like probably not the greatest to try and use it that way, but interesting properties.
Parrot looks slightly puzzled, but accepts the fact that it is probably not the best for you. He says, "I'll try again."
It is the type of spoon that I think Oswald would be proud of.
Agreed.
And he beams.
No, what a good friend.
I will mention it's like, I don't know if this is a good time to interrupt, but there are hot springs here, and we have come all this way, and I'm not leaving without getting in a damn hot spring. So, are you in or are you out?
Oh, I'm definitely in. It's
When you
been
said-
way too cold for my taste.
Are you in or are you out? You heard da 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 da. Blink.
Should you stay or should you go? Okay. Yes. Marching toward the hot springs. And saying, "Hey everyone."
In his best announcer voice.
Right. Hey,
Patrick
buddy.
is running past you.
Okay. Well, Patrick has the right idea in this case. So I will mention that we are here. We have come all this way. We were promised hot springs. We got hot springs, and we're going to enjoy the hot springs.
Got monk movement, though.
He fast, he furious.
He'd be fast.
Is everyone else joining in the hot springs, or do they have other agendas on their mind?
I'm just thinking Berta and then cannonball.
Sasha would like to know if Ivan is okay if she looks around for other pieces of wood that she can take with her to carve.
Oh, I was very into this idea.
Okay.
Question. Alan, does he still have that book attached to his hip?
Yes.
Can he unattach it?
No. The book is literally chained to your hip.
I believe the
Your
phrase
hip
hip
is-
bone.
Under the skin.
Oh, ouch. Right. So, I'm not sure he can go in the hot spring. With
I'm
this
sure
book.
you could. The book's been through worse.
This is true.
So Cal will consult the book. Hey, buddy.
Oh no.
What
Are you waterproof?
information do you require?
Do you have any sort of protected something that protects you from moisture or water?
I have protection from all elements through various magical enchantments. Please do not
Even
test the boundaries of these.
I was just curious.
Callan looks thoughtful.
Thank you. Okay.
In other words,
Callan.
don't hit me with a fireball! Don't hit me with a fireball!
Ha!
I
Now
mean,
you're just asking for it.
Hooray.
Callan will also be hit with said fireball. I think Callan would rather avoid
yeah.
that.
Callan doesn't have all those magical enchantments on him.
Wouldn't that be
Yep.
nice?
Yeah. Sometimes he wishes he would. Alright. So Callan would say, it should be. It should be. And then he will excuse himself to return to his wood carving a little bit later. He's going to take a break and go join the others in the hot tub.
Excellent.
Finan will also extend this invitation to all of the frost giants in the area.
Of
It's
course, but they live
come on.
here. Like they
Yeah,
hang out there all the
you
time.
live here. And also like chilling with a bunch of frost giants would be great.
I see your joke.
There you
I-
go. See, I'm in the
Yeah.
right
You
track.
did laugh at it.
Yeah, you do.
I literally laughed twice.
was
Done.
what need horny toad.
You can all jump in. Yelena, are you going to the hot springs? It sounded like Sasha was more invested in wood carving.
So, it's well, Yelena. If there's wood carving that's related to Yori happening, Yelena's invested in that.
I think Sasha
Renee.
like walks and is like gonna go pick up wood, like
Okay.
from around. So
Okay, so this is just like walking to collect wood. Okay, Yelena is definitely when with Fanan over there talking about how we've come all this way, and Callum's like, I'm gonna go take a break. Yelena would like to turn to Ivan and say, take a break. Come away with us to the hot springs.
I knew that was coming. I knew that. It was
Let's
already in
go
my brain.
over there where we can stay. We can all go stay in the hot springs.
it doesn't take much to convince that giant.
And yeah, she'll go hot springs and she'll, de-armorify for sure.
De-armorify.
And she's definitely gonna take off her fancy new knitted hat because she wants to enjoy the heat of the hot springs, and the hat would make that difficult. And she takes Bunny off and sets Bunny not on the hat because wood and water does not go great.
That makes sense. Well, now's a great time for our 10-minute break.
Oh.
Woo!
Yelena's gonna stop taking baths at this rate.
I will see you all at 8:55 Central Time.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's
All
their
right.
friendly hot springs pet here to
Yes.
tickle your toes.
It's how the hot springs get heated.
It nibbles the dead skin off the bottom of your feet.
I mean,
They call him the exfoliator.
There's a lake I know with a giant monster. You and I can go get eaten.
I have often dreamed of a real hot spring.
Of a haunted lake.
With a gaping maw. that can
Where
swallow
heroes
me.
welcome will mean fighting. Oh, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be
Same
right
here.
back.
Same here. I'll be back.
Laughing too hard to not go to the bathroom. Alright.
Anyone else back?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And you missed what I said the first time because I was muted, which was, there's a lake I know where clothing is optional.
I have Ritz and I have peanut butter, and therefore or I have happiness. I don't know.
Grits and peanut butter?
Rit.
Oh, Ritz. That sounds a much better combination than grits and peanut butter.
Yeah, like those two textures. I don't understand. Like the texture, the consistency. I'm not sure how that would even work.
Yeah.
Like, do they mix?
Somehow just anything that that just seems wrong.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Yeah. No. Nope. I'm out.
Out of what?
Grits and peanut butter.
Yeah,
Can't see
that's
me,
what
but
I'm out.
Squinting.
Well, see, I said I have Ritz and I have peanut butter.
But I heard
Was
grits.
grits and peanut butter.
Yep.
I think I could do it, but here's why. I don't really like grits.
So why would you want to eat them, let alone eat them with peanut butter?
Well, sometimes you have to eat things you don't like. Like sometimes
This is
you're in a
true.
situation where you are forced to have foods you do not like.
Mm-hmm.
And I think peanut butter, for me personally, I think peanut butter would make grits more palatable.
Okay.
Because I adore peanut butter.
So
I do too. Yeah, go ahead.
when you've had grits, Dallas, do you just how much cheese have they had on them? Is my question.
So much cheese. So
Okay.
you know Courtney. Courtney has
I do
tried
know
to
Courtney.
teach me how to have grits properly because she is a child of the South, and we have done like the salt, we have done the butter, we have done the cheese, we have done various combinations thereof, and it has just not been okay. Just not an acquired taste of mine.
I remember the first time that I had grits that were not the cheesy grits that are the breakfast casserole of holiday meals in my family. And I did not realize that grits were not always served mixed in a casserole that's all cheese. And I got them as a side and was very excited, and they came and it was just grits with butter, and I was like, what is this?
Disappointment.
Nonsense.
This is piss with ink.
I could imagine grits being an excellent casserole building block. Like that makes sense in my brain.
Yeah, it's
Because like
casserole.
I would never eat cream of mushroom soup. But I mean, mix that in with yesterday's leftovers, and you've got a casserole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's basically grits and cheese and garlic.
Now that sounds like a good time.
Okay. Well, I'll have to fix you and Courtney grits sometime.
That would be amazing. I would love it.
And it has sausages on top.
Excellent.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I was most of the way through college before I found out that savory grits were a thing. Like, I had always had them with butter and sugar.
What?
Ooh.
Sweet grits are a thing?
Yeah.
That surprises me 0% with what I know about Southern culture.
Yeah,
Yep,
like,
That's true.
put some
Yeah.
sugar on it and they're great.
Did
I mean,
someone
it's
say
basically
Southern
just
culture?
like corn oatmeal.
Yeah.
Yes, Amy, I said Southern culture. Why?
No, I said it sounds like corn oatmeal, and I said I agree about Southern culture.
Yeah. That was me who said, did someone say Southern culture? You mean sugar and 2 pounds of butter?
Yes.
Yeah, why
I
would
do.
you
Gotten
think that
from a
I, a
plastic
Californian, would know anything about Southern culture, Dallas?
I know.
He was being hopeful.
My
I'm a Yankee.
my hot cereal of choice, which is just as weird as grits, but it's the taste I acquired from childhood, is my mother would make a cornmeal based hot cereal that she lovingly called cornmeal mush.
I mean, was she wrong?
No, she was not wrong, but I loved it. Like little bit of milk on that paste, sprinkle just dash sugar on top of it, take the edge off the cornmeal. It was fantastic. I've tried making it since, and it is not as good as I remember.
Amazing how that works.
Anyways, where were we? Let's get cracking.
Right.
Ah,
I see what you did there.
Baduncha.
I assume you all spend an incredibly relaxing day in the hot springs.
Yes.
Please.
I need everyone to roll a d100. And then please put your results in the chat so I can reference them. I see 3, and there are a lot more than 3 of you.
Well, Sasha is wood gathering, right?
That is true.
Yeah, I think unless she'll forget is what's gonna happen. She's going around looking for pieces to carve, and then she'll probably sit down and start working on one. And unless someone says something to her, she will genuinely forget.
Fanan, I think you still need to roll one, because that
Oh,
previous
D100?
one was previous, yeah.
ooh.
Damn.
Then, Callan, I need you to roll one.
Callan is not back yet. Sorry.
Oh, no! That's okay, we'll get to Callan last.
But like, if Sasha like does not show up like noticeably, like Fanan would at least like holler out.
Parith,
Yes.
after an afternoon relaxing in the hot springs, you have advantage on perception, investigation, and survival checks until end of day.
What was the third one?
Survival.
Okay.
Yelena.
Yep.
As you lay in the water, your entire image blurs and fades and shifts. You may choose, if you desire, to permanently change a single physical feature about yourself.
Can I think about it while you tell the other people
Certainly.
what their D100 rolls are?
Mm-hmm. The change
That'd
will
be fabulous.
permanent.
Is she getting to consciously make this decision?
Yes, it is conscious.
Okay.
Like, Yelena can choose to change one physical trait.
Okay, that is because that is also important.
Rowan. Something between the fire and the boiling water converges, and you realize that if you take poison damage before the end of the day, it will heal you for that amount instead of harming you.
Sick.
Fanan.
Mm-hmm.
You finally understand what Yelena was going on about with all those gains.
Okay.
Your
That's
muscles swell. And until end of day, you gain an additional +5 on any strength-related check. And you have advantage on any athletics check.
Quads just tear through that garter belt.
+5 is a lot.
+5
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
lot.
That is a 20 strength stat right there. Is what
That's
that is.
in addition to whatever else he might have had.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm pretty sure
Excellent.
strength was my dump, but
I get that.
Boy got swole!
mm-hmm.
Oh, Sasha Bear wanted in on this?
I mean, yeah, if Fanan calls, she'll be like, oh, right. And, like, put all her things in a neat pile and then go and get in the hot springs.
You feel attuned to the creatures in the pool. Until end of day, you have advantage on all charisma-oriented checks.
Yes.
Good.
Yelena, do you want to permanently change one feature about yourself? Or do you think you are already Mary Poppins? Practically perfect in every way.
So I think that because it's just a cosmetic appearance that she gets to change, right? She can't make herself like have denser muscles and have better gains, is my assumption.
A +5 to every strength from now on.
Yikes.
Permanent +5.
I mean, that's because really that's in terms of like her physical appearance, that is the thing that she works on most.
I mean, you can make yourself more ripped.
But if you can't actually lift more, then it doesn't do any good. So I think that
Shows she's a power lifter.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's. I feel like that's valid.
Aesthetics.
Yeah, there's no aesthetic here. This is pure muscle.
yeah. I think it's definitely, if she's gonna pick one like simply aesthetic thing about herself to change, she would like to change the pattern on her horns to that of lightning bolts.
Sick. Write it down.
Sick.
Nice.
Not that you can see it when it's covered by her horn cozy, but
Or your knitted cap.
it has holes for the horns.
Yeah,
that
the horns
poke
go
through.
through.
Oh, I was imagining it had cozies on it for the horns, that when you stuck it on, then it like... Because it was from a bunny, so I was thinking bunny ears,
Yeah.
but you put your
Well, I
horns
was
in the bunny
picturing
ears.
the. Hold on. I got
That's
you.
the thing for horses, guys. That they're like they keep the flies out of the horse's ears,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, they're
little,
very cute.
yeah. Fly ear horse. Crochet net ears is what they're called, or net ears. Yeah. Anyway, I did not picture it with those.
No,
But-
I pictured it with just holes, but I mean...
That's how I pictured it, was with just holes.
Cutest knitted cap ever.
So
So, after a long day of relaxing, are you going to return to the inn?
that's what Yelena thinks is happening.
Yeah, are you asking all of us there?
I am asking all of you.
Oh,
Oh.
Callan needs to roll a d20.
Yep.
What?
Or not a
Kelly needs to
D20,
roll
a
D100.
D100. Sorry, because you're in the hot springs, so.
Oh.
You and your beautiful beard are in the hot springs.
Does the beard also have to roll a D100?
I don't know, it might.
Is
Is
this
it
beard
just-
gaining sentient?
Oh no, I
So
hope not.
backslash are D100, right?
1
Forward
D100.
slash,
One.
but yes. 66.
66.
So close.
What?
Hmm?
What happens now?
As you bask in the water, you feel your the muscles in your fingers loosen and relax. You have
Nice.
advantage on all skill checks pertaining to the use of tools until the end of day.
Heyo, those fireworks though.
Sweetie, yes. Okay, awesome. Yeah, we're gonna do some fireworks.
Yeah, I was gonna say advantage with double proficiency.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gonna be
man.
some sweet fireworks.
You
Yeah.
want fireworks? We're not gonna just do fireworks. We're gonna do like pictures in the sky.
All right, Gandalf.
That is the sky.
And then there's a giant dragon designed specifically to give my old friend PTSD. It's the only reason I brought it. Well, are you all leaving the delightful home of the Frost Giants?
Talon is. Talon's going to go back to the hotel, the inn, and figure out some firework plans. He's got a lot of motivation right now to do that.
Especially, yeah. Ah, yes. You get that itch, that
You get the
creative
itch
itch.
in
You need
your
to create
fingers.
something.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Yeah, I
Is
totally get that.
Everyone heading back to the inn?
I don't know that Sasha. I mean, I guess if everybody else did, maybe. But whatever. This hot spring is nice.
Sasha didn't want to get in the hot springs. Sasha.
And now
she's
doesn't
in
want
the
to get
hot
out.
springs,
I
doesn't wanna
mean,
get out of the hot springs.
does that not just make the most sense? Oh my gosh, this picture of Helena is also my favorite. But all of your pictures are always my favorite.
I just assumed it would have ears.
Bunny ears, yeah. I just assumed the bunny ears would be like over the horns, you know. So yes. Look at how cute she is.
I love the pouty look too. Like that makes it work.
It's so cute. Best.
But yeah,
Anyone
we
who's
going-
not Callan and Sasha have a strong opinion about staying with giants or going back to the inn.
I think Yelena's gonna follow Callan and as they're walking back, she's just gonna... Well, if you decide that you want me to cast the Zone of Truth spell, I am here.
Callan.
Now the-
Yes.
Yelena is offering Zone of Truth.
Ah. Zone of Truth. Okay. Sure.
You know, if you need it to interrogate some minor deities.
Yeah.
Interrogate is a strong word.
That is actually. Callan takes that and will think oh gosh. Yeah, Yelena. Your real name is Renee, isn't it?
Yes.
I got
I hate
confused
it when
for a
that
second
happens.
there, and yes, yes. But yeah. And he will pocket that.
Okay.
And make his way to the end. Of course, then invite Yelena to come along.
You are all heading back to the inn, and something feels off. Does a brave soul want to make a perception check for me?
Brave soul? Okay.
Brave soul.
I mean,
Oh.
I'll
Man.
rave.
Go for it.
I am perceiving. What is my perception modifier? 14.
There is a rope hanging out one of the windows.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Don't worry.
Does she tell everyone?
Amelia and Jeffrey are on the other end of it.
Do you guys see that?
It's a rope.
Oh, a rope? What does this look like?
You see
Well, it looks like it
John?
all-
Looks like a rope.
No. So, where exactly is it?
It's just coming out the side of the building, coming out of one of the guest rooms, to be very specific.
Are there any footprints in the snow leading away from where the rope ends?
Not yet.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay. Callan immediately starts freaking out because he remembers what the cat told him. And rushes over to where the rope is.
What?
Callan, roll a perception.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Why? It's 7?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, carry
It's
on.
not great. Okay, so Callan is rushing to the bottom of the rope.
You are at the bottom of the rope.
Okay, he starts looking around for small footprints and starts looking up for signs of
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
what's her name? Okay. Helen's not great at that either.
A boot hits you in the head.
Is there a person attached, or did she just
Ow.
eat a boot?
It's an empty boot.
An extra. You know, Amelia's got tons of them tucked away.
True.
Pardon me.
Garters.
It is definitely a pirate boot.
Ah, well.
Fanan from the back row. Ah, I remember that time in
Okay,
Singapore.
Colin would like to. Do I need to roll to examine the shoe to know that it's a pirate boot?
I mean, that's just flavorful description. It is a leather knee-high boot with a fold.
Oh, well, we know what that.
Very suddenly, jumping out of the window with Jaffe in her arms
Uh-huh. Yeah.
is Amelia sliding down the rope.
Can we please play the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song right
It is
now?
playing.
Wait a minute, I don't have my
I can't hear it. Hold on, let me.
Immediately call for backup.
This is immediately a very
Yeah,
familiar
it's
scene, I feel.
Banan!
Your girlfriend's kidnapping wives again.
Yeah.
Or brides to be.
Again.
Sliding dramatically down the rope. Amelia is grinning at Jaffe, who looks perfectly scandalized.
Oh, she should.
And
Amelia.
then sees all of you and is like, oh, excuse us, we were just leaving. and is
No,
carrying
no.
Jaffe away through the snow.
No, you're not. You're practically kidnapping Jaffe.
Liberating!
Night.
Oh no.
There is a difference.
I can just see
Oh, she's
Fernand just laughing.
traumatized.
Like, Colin's like, stop, wait! And Fernand's like, ha!
Rowan leans over to Fernand and goes, "You said it was a good night, but I didn't realize it was that good."
Yes, Rowan, yes!
Open my mouth,
I don't know if Callan can
think
do this.
about correcting her, and then don't.
Hmm.
And Callan turns to Jaffe, and I'm saying her name, okay?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
And says, Jaffe, you really should think this over. You don't want to run away, yes? Are you running away?
Jaffe looks mostly confused at the moment. So let's get this scene pretty clear in everyone's heads. Like,
Yeah.
Amelia landed with Jaffe in her arms in the snow about 20 feet from all of you. Callan was at the base of the rope. Callan was the only one, like, really right there. And then starts immediately walking away, still carrying Jaffe.
Oh, Callan is definitely following and talking to them the whole time. He's like, between...
Jaffe looks Callan very seriously in the eye and says, I did not want to marry Torsten, and Amelia has offered me an alternative.
That she has.
I am going to become a pirate.
Hell yeah.
Don't tell me what you think it might be. Okay. Well, but you
Hype Man
should know.
Fernand is the best.
I love this moment right now.
You should know that if you do stay, it's going to be alright. And actually,
Easy
a
for
cat
you to
told
say. You want to go in there and marry the Frost Giant who doesn't even know your
Um,
name?
Not precisely, but why would a cat tell me to tell you to stay?
I don't know what my cats are about. They have ideas of their own.
Well, one of them seemed to think this was very important.
Callan, roll persuade.
Roll for cat perspective.
And
Can
this is
can
why
Yelena-
Callan is not the person for this job.
question before we continue, can Yelena have followed behind and be singing backup for Callan's conversation?
You don't want to go.
Come on, Jaffe, see. Just because he doesn't know your name now doesn't mean he never will. You need to learn it along the way on your adventures together.
Squint
Callan, that's
slash
so sweet.
glare.
Aw.
I don't want to marry him. That is that.
And I cannot force you to marry him.
Good.
And I
Then
also
I'm going to
cannot
become a
promise-
pirate.
But I also cannot promise you a life as a pirate would be any better.
Can
You
you
don't
say it's going to
exactly-
be worse?
Have complete free will as a crew on a pirate ship.
Have you ever tried pooping on a ship?
Wow!
Bring it back around, you know.
Back around to the poop. Every time.
Always.
Hey, you know. But have you really thought about that though? You have nice digs here, man.
But I cannot make your decisions for you, so you are the one who ultimately has to decide.
If I
And
were
what-
to stay, would there be any way I could avoid this marriage that I don't want?
Honestly, I don't know, but there sometimes comes from being very truthful about what you do want.
You're gonna have to say that again.
Callan, okay, honestly, I don't know. But sometimes what comes out of being very truthful about what you do want and knowing what you want for yourself.
Okay, at some point, Fanan would have worked his way in here.
Okay.
Maybe, like, trying to keep an eye on the door to see if anybody's, like, you know, raising any sort of alarm about this. But, like, Callan, you've got to fill me in. What the heck is going on?
You need to move away.
I'm still in vacation mode. You have to understand.
I haven't listened to anything anybody said
are
in the
you
last
like-
72 hours.
In real life or in Finan's life, dear?
In Fanan's life.
Okay.
I'm in vacation mode, and, like, look, I am perfectly ready to, induct another member into a merry crew. However, like, it seems like this is causing a lot of friction. And I'm just wondering what on earth's going on here. What's this about a marriage?
Well, don't let me not put words into your mouth, Jiffy. I think this one would be better if you tell Fanan about your situation.
Also, do you know what you want? Because if you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
I want to stay here and not get married, but if that's not an option, then I will go be a pirate.
Well,
Do you know that absolutely is not an option?
Amelia is glaring at Callan with all of the nonverbal communication saying, I almost had another crew member.
Oh, and a female one at that.
Wait, she almost had a what?
Another crew member.
Oh. Sorry, Amelia.
I mean, after Fanan left, she has to have someone to have the butt end of all the jokes. Jeffrey rests herself out of Amelia's grasp. Amelia is now pouting.
there
And-
is this.
What was that?
Yelena's just gonna continue with, there is this or that and in betweens. Do not wait for fortune to intervene, and maybe we can get you out of this. Who knows?
And Jeffrey looks at Callan very seriously and says, You do speak wisdom. I do not know if leaving will actually solve my problem. But I do know this. I do not intend on getting married tomorrow.
And I completely understand. And I wouldn't want to force you to get married tomorrow anyway. That is not my goal here. Oh gosh. Oh gosh!
With the sound of a bubble popping, A very familiar-looking incubus is on one knee, holding golden lilies and a pure diamond bracelet.
Helen takes a deep breath and speaks to Yelena and is like, tell me he's standing right behind me, isn't he?
He is not standing. He is
Not
on
standing.
one knee.
But Callan is turned away from him at this instant.
Correct.
And he doesn't know that.
I feel like he's just
So-
like sidebarring to Yelena.
Yeah.
Okay. She just turns and puts her hand on Callan's shoulder and looks at him and says, "Can you feel the love from Arthur? It can be assumed he is behind you right now, so maybe you best turn around."
Yelena, as you are singing, Arthur waves a hand dramatically and a full orchestra comes in.
That thaumaturgy, though. That's how you use thaumaturgy.
Where has he been this whole time?
Preparing for this moment, obviously.
Gonna
Yeah.
back away, give this man a moment, shoot a shot.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Callan, do you turn around?
Yeah, he does. Oh, you can do that. Cool.
I don't know if you can do it, but I can. If you right-click on it, for me, there's a flip horizontal option.
Yeah, I don't think we get that.
No, I don't either. Okay, that's cool.
Arthur is down on one knee. Diamond bracelet in one hand, golden lilies in the other. And he is looking up at you with the silliest grin on his face. Callan, I truthfully don't know if this timing is inopportune, but I am finally prepared to show you in a more concrete way the depth and sincerity of my affections. I am, as always, speechless and a fool in your presence, but if it would be somewhere in your heart to give this fool a chance, I would be deeply honored if you would choose to engage in marriage with me so that we can be together not just in this life, but also in the next. And he holds out the diamond bracelet.
At that, Callan's stomach just drops.
Callan's what?
You know the feeling when your heart, your stomach, whatever it is, it just drops.
Yeah,
Yeah, am I describing that right?
I think
Mhm.
so. Yes.
Yeah, and his breath kind of catches, and he's kind of in a daze. He doesn't know exactly what to say here, but obviously he's wondering if if these are Arthur's words or if he's borrowed them from elsewhere.
Roll insight. Arthur is being genuine, possibly for the first time in his life.
Yeah, Callan realizes
And
that.
with an 18 insight, like that's a good insight.
At least I can do that. He can't do perception.
Hey, when it
check
counts.
Or persuasion, but he can do insight.
When it counts. Got it when it counts.
Yeah, it's got to be a proposal for it to count.
Something dice follow narrative.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And Callan is genuinely touched by that realization. And he looks at Arthur and he says, I do believe this is the most foolish thing you have ever done. And I also believe maybe the most foolish thing that I will ever do. And he looks at Arthur and says, I need some time to think about it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Please tell me that that is actually what Callan says, though. I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
No, that's what he was kind of, he's spent most of the night thinking about it. It's why he woke up late. And he's been tossing back and forth about the idea. And, you know, reminiscing about how they met and all the growth he's seen in Arthur since that time, and how much that he has genuinely come to appreciate and like Arthur as a person, and then as someone he felt like he could rely on. Reasonably rely on, I should say. Arthur's unpredictable, but but yeah, and he didn't realize until that point how much Arthur has come to mean to him. He had, you know, he kind of had given up on any kind of love a long time ago. But seeing this chance with Arthur now, but then Arthur's an incubus, so. But, yeah, seeing how Arthur is, he's adapted to the unfamiliar in learning about how relationships work, and just seeing that willingness to learn new things and change his approach based on what he's learned. That was encouraging. So Arthur, maybe there's still some hope for him yet. But then the thoughtful glasses of wine, the care that Arthur presented not only for Callan but also for anyone Callan cared about, that left quite an impression on Callan. And as he looks at Arthur now, he sees all of that. And his eyes soften a bit, and he says, I would be a fool if I didn't take this adventure with you. And so, yes.
Arthur is immediately excited and jumps into Callan's arms.
There's immediately a what?
Arthur is immediately excited and jumps into Callan's arms.
Callan does his balance a little bit, but gains it steady and like, okay.
Jaffe seems excited that there's going to be a distraction that is not her wedding, and immediately bursts through the doors and goes, "We've got a wedding!"
Oh, shoot.
Amelia
I
is still
can't believe my
pouting.
character's getting married.
What was that, Natalie?
I can't believe my character's getting married.
Won't have been the first marriage in my games.
It will not have been the first marriage in his games. Can second that statement. Was there.
Was there, did happen.
Officiated that wedding, in fact. Good stuff.
Fanan, Amelia is still pouting.
I'll walk over to her. Well, might have lost a crewmate.
It's been so long since I've stolen a wife.
Yeah.
Have I mentioned how much I love Amelia? She's just pouting.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this one would come with a lot of consequences and baggage.
Shrug.
It's not, it's not like, some nobleman's daughter that's, looking for a life of grand adventure, and then she gets out there and doesn't like it, and you drop her off at the next port. No, I feel like this one would end up being more complicated.
Amelia sighs and leans on you and is like, "Well, at least I still have you, and we'll always have Singapore."
No doubt. Might be a good plan B, though, if we can get to the bottom of maybe calling off that whole arranged marriage thing. Might be a nice adventure to kind of tide us over in the meantime.
Amelia already has a dagger drawn. Show me the guy.
Maybe we can do it without slitting anyone's throats.
Oh, but Bangladesh was so fun.
I had some more creative items I was going to remove rather than the jugular.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know what marriage practices look like around here. That may not necessarily get the job done.
I can also remove fingers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that could do it. But let's keep that in the back for like a plan C or D.
Everybody already knows what plan A is.
Reaches over and slides the dagger she was holding into her sheath on the garter you are currently wearing.
Yes!
Yes.
Winning!
I love it. She does that.
And on that note,
Winning.
we're gonna pause for the night.
Okay.
That's a good place to end a scene.
Yeah.
We are going to assume Zahn came back with everyone. Sasha.
Yeah.
Sasha would have not left Zahn there, was
No.
kind of my thing. Like, no. Eventually we'll get that girl out of there.
Yeah. Zahn did regain consciousness, right?
She would have eventually.
Yeah, she like made a roll, and it was something like 4 hours that she was out, and now she's gonna be up for the next 24, 48 or something like that.
Oh,
Like it was,
jeez.
yeah, like she now feels not tired at all. So
Yeah.
that was kind of that was genuinely had a reason to be just conked out.
All right, everyone, say goodbye to the stream. This is really
Goodbye
hilarious
to
to be
the
doing this live, and I love it. So good night,
Goodbye,
everyone.
everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.